Now let's move on to some ultimate pick-me shit. Did I not save the video? Cause okay, it's probably on this one. No, this is from okay, I'm gonna play this one first. Matter of fact, okay, so we're about to get into Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner. And as y'all know, if you've been watching me for a while, I often call Kevin Gates a cult leader. I went and found some stuff on TikTok in order to back up my assessment, but I also put it into Chat GPT. Hilarious. Okay. Now, Chat GPT says it's not exactly cult-like, but he has a lot of the same characteristics, which is what I was talking about, because cults are based in religion. But what I notice about cults is the way they move psychologically, not the religious aspect, but what they incite and the tools that they employ in order to control and dominate and manipulate other people. This is what I see in Kevin Gates, right? So I put it into Chat GPT. Kevin Gates exhibits some characteristics that are often associated with influential leaders, including cult leaders, but that doesn't mean he is one. Here's a breakdown of where there are similarities and key differences. Y'all ready? So these are the similarities. He is charismatic and influential. Gates has a magnetic personality and speaks with deep conviction, drawing people in with his words, much like a cult leader would. That's number one. Y'all ready? Number two, strong personal philosophy. He promotes a unique worldview involving energy, self-discipline, spirituality, and self-improvement, which resonates deeply with many of his fans. It also gives him legitimacy. It gives him something real in your perception to stand on when you believe the shit that comes out of his mouth or believe the version of him that he's showing to you. Okay. Number three, devoted following. His fans are highly loyal, often hanging on to his every word and adopting some of his views on life, love, and personal growth, no matter how tight his clothes are. Number four, and this is the most important aspect for me, mysticism and spiritual language. He frequently discusses esoteric topics like energy, vibrations, fasting, and mental power, which can sound like teachings from a spiritual leader. And what I have noticed with a lot of men that want to promote a certain image of evolvement or self-control, all of that fasting and all of that shit, yeah, that's an aspect of that. Because I would often ask, like, what are you fasting for? What's the point of it? Oh, for clarity. Well, how does it change your life? What has it done to actually help you in your life? Your life is still the same. So what's the point of it? It's so that you can promote a certain image, but you have to look at the actions behind it. You have to look at how what they say matches with what they do. And a lot of people don't make the connection, which is why y'all follow people like Kevin Gates and Dr. Umar and think they're somebody that you should be listening to on a authoritarian type level. Now, here are the differences, okay? He's not attached to an organized religious group or structure. Unlike cult leaders, Gates doesn't control a closed community, demand obedience, or require followers to adopt a rigid way of life. That's not true. That's not true. And this Brittany Renner situation proves it. And this is what I have seen a lot of men, that you may not have a community or a church that you're ruling, but you find some women to rule. You find some women to require to adopt a rigid way of life. Look at Brittany. Okay. Two, no exploitation or manipulation. I don't agree with that either. I think everything that they're saying he's not doing to a large group of people, he's doing to some woman. Cult leaders often manipulate followers for personal gain, but Gates encourages self-empowerment, independence, and personal responsibility. That's also a mind fuck. Because whenever women exhibit that, you just cut them off and detach. It's the same thing as love bombing somebody, and then you start to encroach on their personal freedoms, and then they say, whoa, hold up, I don't like this, step back. And you say, okay, well, you're free to do whatever you want to do, but you're not going to have access to me anymore. So now you've created the dynamic where this person feels coerced to do what you're asking them to do because they are still in the flux of the love bombing. They're still feeling the remnants of what's good about the relationship. So now they're willing to change themselves for you because they feel like you're so special and they don't want to lose you. Not when I'm wrong. So 3, encourages free thinking. Telling Brittany Renner to stand over there is not giving free thinking. You know who I think he allows to be freer? Drika. Drika is his actual wife who he's been with since college. Okay. I know people that know Kevin, you know, LSU, y'all know we all from Louisiana and are around the same age. So I know people that know him. I don't know him, just to be clear. And him and Drika were together back in the day. When you've been with a man, when they was fat, when they was unhealthy, when they didn't have all of this game before prison, during prison, after prison, when you put in that much time, a man like Kevin will reward you with a lifetime of loyalty, but y'all's agreement will often probably work one way. Yeah, she don't have to do all of that same structural shit like Brittany Renner has to do, but I bet you any money the agreement is that she can't pop out with some nigga. She can be over there living her best life on her farm, exhibiting beautiful, glowy, you know, makeup-free skin, looking real healthy over there, right? Looking real free and happy over there. But you still in a relationship with this nigga? With the way he move? And saying the things that he said? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't think they broke up. I think whatever they have, they probably had an on and off thing for years. But they're married. So what I think goes on is you can go and do whatever you want to do, but when you come over here, then we have whatever we have going on. But I don't ever see Drika out there with anybody. Okay? So anyway, so you can't, I don't know about encouraging free thinking. I don't know. Number 4, no doomsday or extremist beliefs. I disagree with that. Him wanting y'all to believe that he can start a car battery with his hands and y'all actually believe in it. Also, I feel like the way he used sexual energy is also another way of spiritual corruption, because I feel like sex is a way to like sex is much like religion, where I feel like it's a gateway to something. It's an entrance inside to a person. If you can present them with God in a way, then you can get inside their heart and their head and their body. We've seen that a lot. That's how religion works. That's how people move like cults, because all you got to do is get inside of them using spiritual practice and you can control them. It's the same thing with sex. If you can get into a woman's mind with sex, and if you actually are good at sex, which we don't know if Kevin is actually good at sex, but it's definitely a way and a tool to control a woman through sex, which is why a lot of women have to stay away from dick for a while so that they can start acting right again, because it'll fuck their heads up. All right. Kevin Gates, the conclusion is Kevin has a strong influence and speaks with conviction, which can resemble traits of a cult leader, but he doesn't exhibit the controlling, exploitive, or manipulative behaviors. And I disagree. I just feel like it's not being done on a large scale, but I think it's being done in the confines of these relationships. So let me play this audio of the two of them from 2022.
Mean if I behave?
Because you've been acting bad, that's why.
So you don't miss that tongue in your...
I never said I didn't. But you still be acting up.
Hey.
What?
Your egg tastes so good, man.
Wow.
Yes, Lord. I eat that bitch to completion. My little bitch suck to completion. But my stuff something decent. She be sucking that to completion, yeah.
It's about time. It's about time to pull over.
I ain't gonna pull over right here, baby. But we gonna be here all night. You know, we go a lot of hours.
Okay. Let's get off live.
We're off live?
Yes.
I like live. They need to know what it's hitting
for. They don't, because they're like, oh my God.
Because then they're gonna want it, right? Bitch, you are advertisement for the next hoe he gonna get all wrapped up in, right? You an advertisement.
I don't give a bitch say about me, babe. They can eat my... Y'all know what you mean if I behave?
Because you've been acting bad, that's why.
So you don't miss that tongue in your... And hey, I keep it positive while on the internet, yeah. Still trying to catch your head.
You were saying a lot when we were talking to them girls since they 48.
They eat my. That was on my camera they were recording. That's why I gave my phone. I'm drunk, baby. I know what I be doing. People are dumb. They were so drunk that they thought that was. Hold on, baby. I'm about to stop right here and take a piss in the middle of the street. You know I'm on my mind. Baby, you know I'm on my mind.
Okay. So that was some audio. Okay, so let's go on to TikTok. So this was the other day, yesterday. Child, she thinks she Betty Shabazz out this motherfucker. I am floored.
What you be doing the thing here? Shit. There's a camera everywhere. All right, so what do I do? Do I wave? Do I smile?
Okay. All right. Okay. So her walking in like that and standing to the side the way she did, that was a sign of he's controlling me. I am being, subservient to my man. Okay. And he asked me to stand over there. Okay. So let's get into some of the clips that I found on TikTok. And I didn't go that far, y'all, but I feel like it's enough to make my point. So this is him on Bobby Althoff.
To protect my energy.
Again in the same suit. I don't know if this all happened in the same day.
Because protecting your energy is not a crime. Even when I'm on the phone with people, I don't say, hey, what you about to do? I'm going to call you right back. That's a lie. Hey, look, I love you. I'm about to get off the phone. I don't owe you an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, you can take it up with God because I don't care.
I'll tell you on your calls.
Yeah, hey, look, I love you. I'm about to get off the phone. What you about to do? Get off the phone.
What if they say, please don't hang up? I want to talk longer.
I'll be like, let me tell you something. I understand why you feel like that. And if I were you, I'd feel like that. But you have to start pouring into the part of yourself that feels empty without me. But it's going to be...
Y'all, do you see how she's laughing? Because this is manipulative. This is him using language that he's heard in psychology, in therapy, in order to manipulate a woman into being okay with being disregarded. Not just a woman, but anybody. Because if somebody did that shit to you, you probably wouldn't like it.
I heard your feelings to protect.
But you're looking for a reason to make it okay when you do it to other people.
But it's going to be super difficult because I'm so full of love and my spirit's so healing to where anybody get in my presence, they don't want to leave. But if I give all of me away, I need to save some me for me.
Yeah.
I got to save some me for me.
This is shit that women say because women are the ones that have actually been giving so much of themselves in relationships because that's what they're being raised to do. We're socialized to give of ourselves in relationships. So a lot of the unlearning since the 90s has been, I have to have something for me. So when you hear a man saying some shit like that, I really need for you to recognize how, not all the time, but especially in this instance, it's used as a tool of manipulation. He can't even say the shit with a straight face.
Profound.
She needs my love. She says I'm like the air. Without me, she'll die. Forgive me. Not sorry.
It's amazing. You're like a Spotify playlist all day.
All right. Hold up.
I heard.
Okay, I want to know which way.
When a woman have her period, it's not just, I don't like to call it that, but I say it so people know what I'm talking about. It's to call her menses. Okay. When she have that, it's not.
Look at this nigga down below like he about to get taught something. Shit that you could Google, my nigga. Like shit that you should have learned in school in biology.
Not just for her. That's for me. Okay. She getting all the negative energy in the house and she cleansing. It's a cleansing phase she going through. She holy right now. That's when we putting all the good energy into her. Rub her feet, give her baths with this eucalyptus. I ain't about to give you my recipe. I'm a monster though. But we do all of these things so that when she come out of that, it's gonna bless the whole house. Like if something not right in your house, you can feel it. It's an uneasy feeling. It's not peaceful. So, man, come on, let me tell you the truth. You can heal. We can get that over with and keep moving.
Why is there negative energy all over the house though? Why is there negative energy all over the house? To me, what he is explaining, and this is my opinion, but what he is explaining is how abuse works. Like, it's basically how abuse works. You fuck it all up, then you come back in and you apologize and you pamper and you make up for it, and then she's back good until you fuck it up again. And it's a cycle. That's what that sounded like to me.
I told you the truth.
So I'm so glad y'all seen that video. So look, straight up, yes, Kevin Gates, he literally just exposed the whole, like literally the whole thing. Literally, like when women are actually having their period, they collectify, they get the collective energy of the entire house. That's how powerful a woman is. Y'all been feeling bad vibes all day, when wondering why your luck has been off all week. She's collectifying all that. She's collecting all of that.
Not collectifying. I love me a hotep that don't know what the fuck they talking about. But also what they're talking about is using period blood as a let me be real. Okay, so when men have sex with women when they're on a period, I think it does something for men. I do. I think it gives them some type of energy charge from your blood. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I'm telling you right now, I know that that's why niggas don't mind. Most niggas don't mind. Do y'all hear me? Most men that I'm talking about, black men, because I don't know how white men move, because I don't know if they into this. This is some hotep shit, but I'm telling y'all, I know a lot of black men that do not mind having a towel down. Put a towel down. Put a towel down. And it is because they do want to have sex with you when you are on your monthly for a couple of reasons. But there is something energetic and spiritual about it. They do feed off of it. I'm just being real with you. Okay? They do. They feed off of that energy. Keep thinking that it has no power. And that's the trick for women. The trick is always to convince the women to not think of themselves highly enough so that they won't know what they're giving away. If I tell you that you're not valuable and then you pouring into me, then you don't know how much I'm stealing from you right now. That's basically what it is. They do feed off of you regardless of your period. But this specifically, yes, it is a form of blood magic. Yes. Illusion of closeness, vulnerability, massacre, male strength. It's a lot. It's a lot to it. Also, I think somewhat in their minds, they would like to believe that they dicks are powerful enough to make you bleed. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. But I just want y'all to know that for some of them, it has spiritual value. It is ritualistic. Using women for a spiritual resource is real. When you feel exhausted emotionally from dealing with somebody, it is because they are siphoning from your energy. All right, so let's listen to more. Kevin Gates' most inspirational quotes.
Sleep and woke up tired.
Right.
I mean, the mind was never quieted. The mind never received true rest.
And y'all know, as long as they put this stupid ass music behind something somebody say, it sounds smart and deep, right? Y'all know that, right? That's a manipulation. Continue.
I'm not happy, but I am at peace right now. I'm talking about pure peace.
If I hurt your feelings, I'ma do it with pure intention. I love you, but I love me more. I gotta protect my energy. That's not a crime.
When you always living to please others, you gonna always be in a constant state of depression because you never doing nothing for you. When you start doing things for you to make you happy, then you can make somebody else happy because you're happy. Right. My heart bigger than my body, and when I love somebody.
Y'all see this squint manipulation. Everything that he says is a tool to use somebody. I'm just telling y'all. I could tell, like, it's all on him. It's so ridiculous that people can't see it, but it's like, it's heavy in his energy that everything is a manipulation.
Like, when I love you, that's why I don't get close to people now, because when I love you, I don't care about what consequences come. I'm getting up out of my bed at 3 a.m. in the morning for you. I'm gonna die for you. I'm gonna kill for you. Whatever it means, I'm gonna do this. And the love I showed people, I never got that love back.
Oh man, this is a Mac if I ever heard one. I need for y'all to hear the pimp talk. It's pimp logic. And you talk to a woman and you tell her all of this shit. So you're doing a couple of things when you're talking to a woman like this. First of all, you saying some shit to her that make her feel like, oh, this nigga gonna do all of this for me? He gonna do all of this for me? And then he's saying it with such an intensity that it makes you feel like he not like that was just in your body. And a lot of girls eat that shit up. A lot of women eat it up when they feel like a man is showing this softness and this kindness towards him. But it's really just to get you to do all of that shit for him while he eventually stops doing whatever he was doing to convince you that his words and actions were aligned.
Now, if you don't want me to be the best that I could be, then you're not my friend. And if I'm only your friend when I'm doing what you want me to do, then you're not my friend. Peer pressure is the most dangerous thing on earth. Next to complacency. If you associate yourself with peer pressure or complacency, you're destined for failure. A lot of people can't be alone with themselves. They can't. Right. I can be alone with myself. I don't need to talk to nobody or nothing. I can talk to myself and figure it out. A lot of people don't want to face themselves. Right. A lot of times when people see me happy, I mean, some of the most beautiful smiles, I had the greatest hurt. I was dying on the inside. Real talk, no filter. I was dying on the inside. You ever went?
This is all him using these very true quotes and shit, like these, very true things that he's using it as a way to make you think that he's more aware than he really is, or more emotionally attuned than he really is. And he is, because people who are emotionally attuned, sometimes they use that shit to their benefit, and they use it to hurt and manipulate other people.
You guys fight? No, not really. Okay, Kevin has this thing. He's like, a person would be really pissed off with you. And I was like, why? He was like, because you don't fight back. He's like, because you don't argue.
So this right here was another huge sign of what goes on. It validated my thought process on him, which is that a lot of the times in a relationship, a man like that is verbally abusive, meaning that they will say things to get a rise out of you. Because if you're emotional in any type of way, like if you're angry or you're, sad or whatever, because that is a way for them to emotionally manipulate you. So her being so disassociated in the situation angers him, but it also is probably what allows them to stay together.
I really don't argue with him. I'm not about to argue with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so amazing. Because I will argue.
I know. And you know what's so funny though? I feel like he genuinely likes that shit.
Right.
But that's not why I don't do it. I just don't argue.
And he does. And he does. He genuinely likes when he can get you to argue with him.
Right. You don't want to.
Yeah. I'm not going.
And honestly, to some degree, I feel like the only reason they still together is not even just because of Drika's loyalty to him. It's also how beautiful she is. She's a commodity, meaning that she's something that he doesn't want anybody else to have. Doesn't matter. He just don't want nobody else to have her. So they together. That's what it feels like to me. Okay. Let me see if there was any other one that I wanted to bring up.
Energy doesn't lie. Language is primitive. Because see, somebody that talk good to you and trick your mind. Yep. That's why I say suspect evil of no one until see it. Once see it, forget it not. For once an enemy could never be a friend.
Listen, he macking like a motherfucker right now. He is macking down. But did you hear what he said? A lot of the times when niggas talk like this, they be telling on themselves. Pimp game is one of the strongest games because it uses the truth also as a way to manipulate you. This is how you use the truth to manipulate people. Anybody that read, a Pimp 101, a Pimpin' 101 book can tell you this. That's what he's moving.
Yeah, trick your mind. Yep. That's why I say suspect evil of no one until see it. Once
suspect evil of no one until see it. That's cap. I don't need to see evil of somebody in order to call it what it is. Basically, you could not see the crime, but know somebody did the crime based on other things. That, what he just said, was a way to convince somebody that until they know you cheating, you can't say nothing. Shaq said the same shit. Shaq just said the same thing. When we talked about Shaq, what that was last week, said the same thing. If you don't have any evidence, you can't accuse me of shit. When he said evil, really what he's talking about is that if I'm cheating on you and you ain't got no real evidence, don't bring it to me. You got to have evidence to bring it to me. That was the same thing that Shaq said. I just want to draw that reference so y'all can see that he putting a lot of language on it, but it's the same shit. And he, that's a good pimp right there, boy.
I see it, forget it not. For once an enemy could never be a friend. Big Sam told me when they painted you a picture, don't let them paint you another picture. You could talk good as a bitch and trick my mind. Now I'm back believing in you again. But you already showed me that you wasn't my friend, so we reward loyalty with loyalty, and we reward disloyalty with distance. I forgive you, but I ain't about to forget and be naive. That's unintelligent. Energy doesn't lie.
But that's what you're going to expect of a woman.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be liking for the coat.
Okay. Now, this is also him. Y'all, and listen, we are nuanced individuals, but I also need for y'all to pay attention to sexual deviancy attached to somebody with a spiritual base of some type.
Bitch. This is your first time ever hearing this. I do got a little chant that I do, a little locker room chant when I got this bitch bent up all in the bathroom. You heard me? I want you to look in the mirror.
Hit that you heard me on, y'all. Y'all know when he leaned into the New Orleans accent, that's supposed to get you hoes percolating.
Straight in my eyes, you heard me? And I just tell a bitch bend over, stand up on your toes, lock your knees back, baby, breathe through your nose. Stand up.
So basically, do something real uncomfortable while I fuck you. And you gonna like it. The girls in the crowd screaming because that's what they want. They want the nigga to turn them around, bend them over, call them a bitch. This is very young-minded shit to me because as an older woman, I pay attention to all of that. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that, nigga.
You did not start no car battery with your bare hands.
If I didn't, may God murder my children. I hate that I even spoke about that. If I didn't, may God murder my children.
No, don't say that.
Please, kill them today. Right now, today. And to be honest with you, I just put my hands over the battery and pray, Lord, please let this woman battery start.
I get high off pleasing my partner. But back to the cousin shit.
So did you really cousin?
Duh. The fuck? Nigga, that's your cousin. I ain't about to stop. What? The damage has been done.
Me, I have a master's in psychology. I have a master's in psychology.
Oh, so you went to college and all?
No, I got mine in prison.
Okay.
Dang, bro. How you get skinny so fast? I need some tips. Commitment. Excuse me, no. I had my shirt off. I was holding my partner baby, and his baby tried to suck my breast.
Oh, God.
You know how babies open their mouth and do that?
Masters.
I'm a fat slob. I need to lose weight.
Oh, God.
That was the most embarrassing shit.
You think it's ever justifiable for a man to hit a female?
Is it?
We all been there.
Is it justifiable for a man to hit a woman? I can't speak for men, but I can speak for myself. You disrespect me, Lord Jesus, look out.
You did not.
You disrespect me, Lord Jesus, look out. What disrespect mean? What kind of disrespect we talking about? What kind of disrespect we talking about?
Say this. I hate to say what I'm about to say.
Just say it.
I'm the most interesting person in the fucking universe.
I
got it out. I'm good.
Yeah, I can feel that already.
I hate to say that though, but it's like I be around other people and I look what they do and they're like boring, and it's like
nope, not with
like
you.
just now when I was at the airport with my son, we was waiting on our luggage, and I jumped on the carousel and rode it all the way around because my inner child just happened to come out right then.
Face.
Jumped on the carousel.
Yeah, I rode it all the way around.
Do you feel like you could have gotten in trouble?
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, but what about not asking to be on the no-fly list? Because I think that might happen.
Yeah, well, if that's what happens, then we're going to deal with it however it comes. But God ain't put me here to be pussy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want you to be on the no-fly list.
Yeah, if I am on the no-fly list, I'm going to be on the get on the bus list.
And then
or get on the train list.
Okay. That's
and take the taxi and the Uber list. Okay, that's just what it's gotta be.
I'm happy you can.
I don't overthink it. I don't do that. I don't.
He's mocking her. He's mocking her, and it is hilarious, but also extremely disrespectful.
I operate out of fear. I operate out of love. So I'm like, this is gonna make somebody's day when I do this.
Did you?
Yeah. People love that. They had so much anxiety from being on the plane crashes. And it made somebody, they were like, I just saw Kevin Gates on the carousel going around.
Is that real? Is there videos of this?
No. Say this.
No. So we don't even know if this really happened. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. What I got the most from him And what I also learned from somebody who I knew personally, who really like looked up to him and liked him, and I was able to kind of recognize how their personalities connected. And it was because the person was modeling their manipulative ways low key after the shit that Kevin says and does. So this is why I'm so like, I got it. I peeped it, right? He's so chaotic, like somebody said in the comments. You can't trust anything he says. You don't know if he's lying to you or not. And that's the thing that I feel like makes you not be able to trust a man like this. And then when he's talking all of that spiritual shit, and then you think about the sexual deviancy shit, and then you think about him showing up in this moment like this, like, no, girl. No, the unpredictability, he will gaslight you. A man like this will play with your perception of reality. And when they play with your perception of reality, they're a monster. I need you to understand that. No, for real. Men like that are terrifying. They really, really are. And it's so many, like, to me, women, grown women, who are so ready to be taken in by men like him because they present themselves like they about to tear the pussy up. And most of y'all be like real hungry for some good sex. So you'll take whatever abuse he's talking about because you want some good dick. It's wild. It's wild, girl. It's wild. But anyway, that listen, that's what I had for y'all on the Kevin Gates of it all. We're gonna take a quick little break. I want y'all to support me because I need you to. Okay, support, and we'll come back for more.
Anywhere you go.